was a bit weird that they chose 235ers for the 145 title. Like, I do understand that they've both fought at 45 previously, but that hasn't been for over 5 years, so it's a little bit weird. But I also understand from the UFC's perspective that they need 2 known names. Well, really one, which is Holly. They need a known name to open up the division, and if they weren't going to do that with Cyborg, you know, Holly's the next best thing. So she's got that star power. She has that finish over Ronda. So I kind of understand. So I feel like, you know, I'm a Holly fan, so I'm going to go with her. But I think it'll be a decision.
You know, I actually got to train with Germaine. She's a very good striker, amazing striker. But I think Holly Holm's got a little bit of an edge because she's been in the UFC before and she's fought a lot of tough girls and she's come up through the rankings. So I'm going to give her an edge for that. But, you know, I like both girls. I think they're both very sweet people. And I would have to just, you know, from a, you know, strategy perspective, I think Holly Holm's got this one.
I'm going to go for Holly Holm. You know, her being like legacy girl and, you know, I was in New Mexico whenever she won her fight and I was hanging out with Cowboy and all of them. And, you know, just watching her win against Ronda Rousey, it was like a huge thing. And, I mean, she wins, and she's the one that I'm rooting for.
Germaine de Randamie, are you kidding me? The Iron Lady. I believe she wins. She's better. She's bigger. She's the more technical and more powerful striker, and she's mean. Holly can try and run from her and play that game, but she's going to kick her legs. She's going to walk her down. She's going to knee her. I'm taking Germaine here.
No, I've seen Holly Holm, of course, but I don't know. It's going to be the first time they're having the 145. These are some big girls. You know, I wonder if they're going to be a little slower. Holly Holm's pretty fast, though, but she was fighting at 135. I don't know. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see.
I would think Holm wins it. You know, the other girl hasn't been doing too well in her last few fights, and Holm has a lot of fight experience, and she's tough, so I think she comes away with that one.
I want to say Holly. I think it will also be a very interesting stand-up battle. I think you have 2 really powerful strikers, and it could definitely be a one for the books.
It's going to be a good striking fight. You know, you have 2 strikers. I'm just going to stick with Holly Holm just because I'm a little bit more familiar with her, and that she obviously has a world-class gym that she trains at, and she's been, you know, she's had a little fall off, if you want to consider that, but she had a fast rise. You know, she came up in the sport very fast. She came from a boxing background, and then so it's tough to come up, but it should be actually a pretty entertaining striking fight.
Holly Holm, yeah, she'll win.
Actually, was out in Albuquerque training for a little bit, and obviously, so I'm a huge Holly Holm fan, man. I love her. She's a. I mean, I had the pleasure of talking with her, and she's just really sweet woman, and you know, I'm gonna have to give it to her. I win it by a decision.
Holly coming off of those couple of losses, this might be a hard battle for her, but it'll be interesting seeing how she stacks up. I'd like to see Holly take that one.
Honestly, I think Germaine Randamie's a better striker, and I think that Holly Holm's movement does help her a lot in MMA, and the fact that her being a southpaw, a southpaw counterpuncher, and Randamie will come to her, so it's a toss-up. I mean, will Holly Holm potentially try to get her to the ground? Maybe. Problem is, Holly Holm's takedowns are mostly upper body takedowns, you know, and Germaine Randamie's like vicious in the clinch. So I'm thinking Holly Holm might try to just stay on the outside and outpoint her and avoid any big shots or anything like that, and we'll see how it goes. I would probably have to lean towards Holly because she's fought higher level competition, but I mean, I think it's a very close fight either way.
I think Holm's going to take it for sure. If it's a pure striking match, I think she's going to take it.
Holly Holmes is going to win that fight. Holly Holmes for sure. You know what I mean? And then if Holmes and Cyborg ever fight, you know what I mean? I might have to go Cyborg. She's a big 145 pounder, I heard. Very, very big. You know, I don't know how big Holly Holmes is, but, you know, I heard she's big. I seen a picture of her and Cruz. She makes Cruz look like a little kid.